What's up, Fight World? We got a special guest, two special guests, 78 and E King. They're both on the line.
What's good?
What's good?
Oh, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. I just want to talk to you guys. I know you guys are boxing connoisseurs yourselves. You guys have successful channels. You always keep it unbiased and real. I want to get your opinion on some just hot things in the sport. I know you guys watched the Donaire Rigondeaux fight, and some people thought the fight was boring. Me personally, I like all types of fights. It doesn't have to be a slugfest, but I do like slugfest if it's like an Alvarado versus Rios type affair. But I also can appreciate the sweet science. So I noticed a trend in the sport of boxing where slick fighters, a lot of them tend to be dark-skinned or black fighters. People like Timothy Bradley, Terrence Crawford against Bradis Prescott, or now Afro-Cuban Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Nonito. And they don't get the just due when they fight and make people look one-dimensional. So I want to know what you guys, if you notice that same pattern, and what you guys think about that.
Well, if I go first, I think it's just due to the savage nature of mankind. Because, back in the savage Roman gladiator days, when they put men in the pits against each other, the public wanted to see a show. They wanted to see suffering. They wanted to see blood. They wanted to see pain. They wanted to see crying and death. But it irritated them even back then when a person was able to move, avoid death, okay? And that irritated them then, and it's still irritating them today. So those people are just savages. I see a lot of comments on YouTube from people saying that Rigondeaux was running, that Rigondeaux's a chicken, he's scared, and, those people don't understand what boxing is about. It's the sweet science, okay? This is a form of martial arts, okay, combat. This is not, listen, this is like if you're in a combat, right, me and you both have guns, okay, you will be foolish to allow me to pull my weapon and shoot you, then you can shoot me back, okay? Now, if you ran behind a car to safety and then fired at me, that's smart. That's not running. That's not being stupid. Or, that's what you do in combat. But these idiots who just want instant gratification have no idea of what boxing is all about. They want to see blood. They want to see death. They want to see someone hurt. They want to see knockouts. And if you're not giving that to them, then, they're going to... Here's a lot of guys that just fucking racist anyway, because I never heard nobody call Willie Pep say, Willie Pep, all he does is run around. Willie Pep. No, they don't say that shit. They say Willie Pep was a great defensive fighter, one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time. But, when black fighters do the same shit, all of a sudden it's running this cowardice. But, those people are just savages, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with you, and I think it's unfortunate. I think people aren't in the technological age, 2013, people aren't that versatile. Like, me personally, I like different types of music or movies. I don't just go and watch scary movies only. Like, I can enjoy a comedy, an action, a suspense, a western. And in the boxing world, I think a lot of people are one-dimensional, like the fighters that they admire. And if they don't see, like, heads get knocked off, then it's automatically a bad fight or their opponent was running.
Right. I gotta say, I think part of it is where, there are a lot of people out there that just have their favorite fighter and they just follow them. And they don't follow boxing, they just follow their favorite fighter. So when their favorite fighter loses, they just make excuses for them and hate on the guy who wins. I think that's exactly what happened with Bradley, where even the HBO commentators, like Jim Lampley, you could tell one of his favorite fighters, Manny Pacquiao, and he was just sort of repping for his boy, so to speak.
Yeah, he acted like he was gonna cry.
For half of the fight.
Yeah, I thought Lampley, like, he was bringing it up on the fight game. He was still bringing it up, like, months later. Like, he never got over that.
I know, and then, with the Donaire Rigondeaux fight, he was more a little bit, like, non-biased towards Donaire, but he did kind of mention sort of built-in excuses for a poor performance, or, his lack of strategy, right?
Exactly. The way I look at it like, if you're a barber, right? Say you cut hair, that's your living, that's your profession, and you call yourself a master barber, then despite what type of ethnicity, despite whatever hair type it is, so if someone has nappy hair, if they have long coarse hair, if they have receding hairline, you should know how to cut that type of hair if you call yourself the best, right? So as far as like Yermo Rigondeaux and Donaire, you guys, some not you guys, but some people are saying he's running. But shouldn't it be Donaire's obligation to learn how to cut that type of hair or learn how to fight that type of fighter, no matter what they bring? If he's running and that's what you feel, then you have to find a way to counteract that and defeat that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, if you, like I said, like boxing is a form of martial arts, man. And in martial arts, you have, you know, hundreds of thousands of different styles. And if you can't, it's not Rigondeaux's fault because he's a master at his style. You know, this is his style. It's up to his opponent to figure out his style. And it's real cheesy for Donaire fans to say, oh, this is boring and this and that, because if that was Donaire, if Donaire had did the same, listen, what did Donaire do? Okay, it was his responsibility to go out there and press the action in the fight because he's the draw, he's the one getting his ass kicked. Okay, he can't catch Rigondeaux, so every time he let his hands go, he got the worst of those exchanges. So what was he supposed to do other than what he did, which was take his ass whooping like a man and let it be done? His fans are just butthurt because they can't accept that their favorite fighter lost. And this is why I don't get caught up in worshiping these fighters, because any fighter can be beat, okay? And all these guys on YouTube, most of them are just hypocrites and fake fans anyway, because as soon as their favorite fighter lose, you know, then all of a sudden you're going to see who the real guy. And you're going to see a bunch of people close down their fucking YouTube accounts, just like when Pacquiao lost. I don't even see 50 motherfuckers who used to harass me all the time are just gone now. I don't even know where they at. You know, Pacquiao lost. Now, can you imagine what would happen if Mayweather lost the fight? You know, if Mayweather ever lost the fight, the same thing would happen. YouTube would be a ghost town, except for a few real channels on here. And it's the same thing with all. You can, if you're a fan of boxing and you appreciate the art of boxing, then you don't have to worry about that trying to save face and shit, because you're not emotionally attached to any of these guys. But that's what happens. Too many people get emotionally attached to fighters, and then they start making shit up because they don't want to admit when they're wrong.
Right. And
I agree.
Even if you are emotionally attached to a fighter, you know, you got to understand that every fighter has some weaknesses. Every fighter can be beat against, you know, either another elite fighter when they're in that situation. You know? Yeah. You know, that was my point. Everyone knows that this is a 50-50 fight. And if it went to a decision, it was likely that the skills of Rigondeaux would most likely be able to outpoint a guy like Donaire.
Exactly.
And it was such a one-sided. It was shocking, the one-sided fight. And you know, the point I really think is unfair for Rigondeaux is he had Donaire running in the last round. He was running away from.
Yeah.
He was badly hurt in the left eye.
I agree.
Badly hurt. And it was very close to being a stoppage in that last round.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
Why nobody talking about that, though? Why nobody talking about the fact that as soon as Donaire got hurt, he started running, he started pedaling? Right? Everybody just glances over that like it's, you know, I really don't even care, man. Like I said, most of these guys, these fans, you know, who do that, they're just the idiots, man. They're not even on the level of, they're not intellectual thinkers, man. They're not chess players. They like playing fucking checkers and fucking blackjack and stupid shit like that, you know, where it don't take no fucking thought, you know. And that's why the boxing is in the state it's in, because of the fans. Promoters and all them people only do what they know they can get over on the fans with. If the fans did a lot of dumb shit, they wouldn't do it. You got Bob Arum, this fucking promoter out there hating on his own fighter, just like he did Timothy Bradley. You know, talking about Rigondeaux is, I don't know if I can sell him if he's fighting like this, and same shit he did with Bradley. That's why I don't understand why any black fighter who has that style would even sign with Top Rank. Terrence Crawford, if his contract is almost up, he needs to get the fuck out of there quick. It's fun, you know, it's just fun, but I just think it's like the fans shouldn't get so riled up and disrespectful, because to tell you the truth, I only remember a couple of people calling, saying that Rigondeaux was going to win this fight. I only remember a couple of people saying Rigondeaux would win. Everybody else was real quiet, like church mouse. And then as soon as Rigondeaux win, everybody running around YouTube like, yeah, I knew Rigondeaux. You ain't no shit. You ain't no shit. If you knew, you would have made a fucking video. If you would have made a video and said something. Because I said this is a 50-50 fight.
Yep.
And I'm not sure who's going to win. I could see both guys winning. I'm rooting for Rigondeaux, but I don't know if he's going to win. And a lot of other people stay quiet. That's the technique on YouTube. People stay quiet. They won't make a prediction. But then as soon as one guy wins, they come out like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Yeah, if you go look at my comments from last year, you know, I made a comment that this guy was, like, come on, man. Ain't nobody stupid.
Yeah, I think he just Rigondeaux deserves his props. If you really look what he's accomplished, 2 gold medals, and within 12 fights, you unified. I mean, that's big. No, like, what's the last fighter to do that?
I did 12 fights.
I mean, you fought 12 times. Even look at people like Mayweather, and I'm a huge Mayweather fan, but can you name his first 12 opponents?